Hey beautiful YouTubers, Supernova 333, here with a message, maybe not for you, maybe just for me. There is life, good life, satisfying life, abundant life, outside and after sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, any type of abuse that you've been through that has you mentally, physically, and emotionally blocked and locked away. There's life after that. There really is. And that's our collective message. First card is Open Up. And it says, sometimes the past sorrows cause you to withdraw, both from your emotions and from other people, as a way of preventing further pain. However, this closing up or shutting down prevents a free flow of energy from and to you, interfering with the ability of the universe to fulfill your desires. When this card appears, it suggests that you may have blocked or closed off your energy field in some way. Have you let sadness or fear prevent you from moving forward into more satisfying, loving relationships? Release this blocking energy by working with affirmations, prayers, and your spirit guides. The more you open up your energy field, the sooner you will receive what you desire. Also, watch out for your need to control. For relationships to thrive, the energy must be free-flowing. Everyone must have the right to self-expression. When you open yourself up, you allow your relationships to grow and evolve. And this is not easy all the time. And I'll share something right now about myself, because the abuse that I faced as a child was sexual. Being molested as a child by someone that is supposed to love you is, to me, the biggest betrayal. To somebody else it might not be. But to me, it is one of the worst things that could possibly happen outside of murder. Because there's different ways of killing someone. And you don't have to physically see that they're gone for them to be dead inside. And this is what happens when you're abused at any age, but especially as a child. And then it carries on into your relationships. So this is why a lot of times when one thing gets tough or confusing or scary, we shut down. And we'd rather just completely isolate and avoid any confrontation about the situation, because it's easier that way for us to avoid any more pain. I'm learning too. Is why I'm here, really. Because I've become the healer that I've always been, but realized and recognized in myself. And is why I'm here is because I still have healing to do in order to be who I want to be for somebody else. Because there's a lot of things that I've been through that I still haven't completely gone through that healing process. And if you have other people around you that don't understand you, it's not gonna work. You're gonna be spinning your wheels, and you prolong your healing process is what you do. So being alone outside of trying to build a relationship when you are healing is one thing, but isolating from the one that you are building with is another. And that is something that I'm working on. And I know other people are dealing with the same issue as well. So I'm going to continue reading the next card. Ishtar, passion. Voluptuous Babylonian goddess Ishtar is both a lover and a warrior. She is associated with tantric sexuality, as everything in the universe relates to divine sexual energy. Ishtar is the great inspiration for all living things to connect with the sacred frequencies of sexual passion. Patriarchal worshippers attempt to demonize her as a harlot. The 8-pointed star is her symbol, and the lion is her animal representation. Ishtar calls out to you to awaken and come alive. Be seduced by your senses and passions for what excites you. And that's the thing with having been abused. How uncomfortable do you think it is for those of us out here who have not been able to blossom and bloom into the passionate person that they were meant to be because of abuse? You know? And that's why a lot of times it is so hard for people to enjoy sex or want it. Or when they do, it's all for the wrong reasons. And I'll quote somebody very, very wise. You know, you don't seek counsel under the covers. That's not where your healing is going to begin or end. There's so many more aspects to love and passion outside of just intercourse. And that's what we're learning. Because a lot of things that we think about sex are shameful, and we use sex as a weapon for power and control. And we have body issues. The image of how we look is distorted. There's a huge perversion of sex in our society that those of us who, have been abused will completely make us shut down and become an abuser if we're not careful. You have to be able to, as the universe is reminding us, honor the way that you want to feel about things that have happened to you. Because being abused is a serious, serious situation. Especially when you can't ever confront your abuser. And then again, sometimes you can. That doesn't make it easier. It might even make it harder. But there is life. There is a way to become the beautiful, sexual, passionate, opened up individual that you were created to be. Through time, patience, a lot of pain, persistence, perseverance, perspective. A lot of times it's about the perspective that we take about our lives. Oh, well, why did this happen to me, or whatever? I was used for this, that, or the other. But now that I'm able to see a different perspective on another dimension besides 3D that I'm trying to help others elevate out of, you can say I was used from that level, but when you rise up and you look at it from the perspective that I see, I'm not being used, or I wasn't used. I am being used. It wasn't that I was used or someone used me. It was that my message, my story, my life is being used because I am a vessel of my divine. And if I was to deny my divine, To anyone who's listening right now thinking, why is she talking about this? It's because it's a calling. It's an urge. It's a spiritual recognition of a higher purpose, and that what happened to me happened to many. And through social media, since I joined that a few years back, 5 years ago, I've connected with so many people, and the one thing that links most of us together who are on a similar soul's calling is some form of abuse that we all faced as a child, that we've overcome, that we didn't allow to take us over, that no amount of popularity or drinking or drugging or partying or codependent relationships were going to ever keep us down. Because we are meant to share our message with others, to help them heal, to let them see that, oh, there are people who can talk about their story and be okay. Maybe I can too. It is possible to have an abundant, happy life outside of traumatic situations, outside of all of the abuse that you faced in your life or that you're going through right now. There is hope. And hope to me is helping other people evolve. And I have a yearning and a calling inside of me to show all of you what that evolution is about. And to not be stuck in a third dimensional eyes view. To be able to open up, whether it's just your mouth or it's your inner chakras that are blocked, but to be able to do that and to prosper in your life and know your soul's purpose. Because you have such an important calling on your life that needs to be recognized. And through healing in time, it can be. Thank you all.